couple nights ago, we just saw interesting term of events with Antonio Brown at the Aiden Ross
Charleston
event.
White sister at him. He tried to act like he wasn't the back door.
Yeah, no, I wasn't there. I ain't see it.
What?
Yeah, no, I wasn't there.
Charleston, you know we got word that.
I wasn't there.
So you didn't tell the people Antonio was in there?
No, I wasn't there. I was live.
He be coming up with some shit.
I was live on the
I
stream.
see how he does it.
Yeah, I was live on the stream. I just heard about it. Yeah, I just heard about it.
And the people be taking these internet clips, these little ass clips, and they go off with it.
I mean, I know what I'm doing. Shit, he know what I'm doing.
Yeah, they gonna run with that.
Yeah. So Charles, when you say you think you're the baddest, are you saying intellectually wise, as far as outwitting and outthinking people?
Yeah.
Because I think when you say that, people like
they thinking tough and fight.
Yeah.
They so Michael Jackson said I'm bad. It's the name of his album. Yeah. And so I grew up watching Michael Jackson perform in countries that even understand what he's saying, but they would pass out when he turned his head. I grew up wanting to be bad like Michael Jackson, making people watch me and listen to me. And now since I'm on stage, I got people doing it, by the millions in the
So you got a pair of penny loafers in the club?
Yeah.
I used to put quarters in mine.
Nigga, I used to do the Michael Jackson so good, my mama and them go put me on putting on the hits and all that shit. So yeah.
Okay,
so I've been performing all my life playing.
So I just wanted to get. I mean, I know what he mean by it when he say he bad. I get what he's saying because he like, if he got you talking about him and you supposed to be badder than him, then that makes him badder than you because you talking about him. He ain't talking about you. You giving him a reason to talk about you, which he's capitalizing off.
Lil Boosie and you, the only two really completely disarm me where I can't because they won't engage. And that's how you beat a nigga that won't engage, got the skills to engage, and you don't engage him, he lose. So he got to go away. It's like the line waiting for you to come down.
It's like today, right? If he could get me to stand up out this seat,
like I did Mob James,
I lose.
I got Mob James to do it.
You get what I'm saying? Because at that point, you can't handle his mental.
You can't get wound up in the words.
You got to be able to like. He gonna say triggering shit. He done shot 2-3 of them at me already, right? But he know I know. So I'm gonna roll off.
But I'm a nigga's mama, his woman, and his auntie that he can't out argue, and he can't put his hands on. Most will beat his girl up if she can out talk him. Most can't out talk that girl. So if I can out talk you, you lose. Cause most ain't designed to out talk.
Now, just watching the both of y'all in this interaction, this is like two of the greatest internet. I don't want to say manipulators, but
you said how you want to
maneuverers. Who do you think has a bigger handle on controlling the internet?
It all depends on what you
because you guys got different lanes, different channels.
I can't do what he does.
I can't do what he do.
I can't, like the shit he says and does. If I did it, I would be facing a different situation. I can't do it.
He can go sit down in a back room with an executive. An executive go send somebody to come get me to sit down with them because of what I've said and the outlandish things that I project. This what made me salute his game. He was Suge Knight's chauffeur. I'm a game.
What you be? Where you get that from?
That's the word that I was going to ask you about.
That's the word.
Okay, now hold on. Hold on, stop right there. It's one picture of me and Suge in the car together, and Suge is driving. What y'all do know? Suge don't trust.
But that is the story.
That's the story.
Hold on, wait.
He's trying to straighten.
Wait. First of all, let's clear this shit up. It's one photo of me and Suge on the internet, and Suge's driving. He in a red Bentley. Secondly, Suge didn't trust nobody. I'm gonna say it. They may not like it, but the off-duty police that worked for him,
which was Reggie.
No, it wasn't even Reggie.
Oh shit!
Reggie ran the security agency, but he only trusted. I think it was like named Cortez or something. And he had a Benz where the passenger seat was out. He was sitting in the back seat, and dude would drive. Now he had trust the homies to follow him, but Suge did so much weird shit. He never knew what do. Right. He did, right? So let's get one thing straight. And
Reggie, you wasn't a chauffeur.
Never.
So
I never wore a death row chain. I refused that because
listen, let me ask you.
I wasn't gonna do the Simon Says shit.
How you get in the industry? You don't rap, you don't sing. How you get in this?
Okay, so my first real business meeting was with Reggie Wright. Suge was in jail. You got to remember, in the 90s, I was doing time. I wasn't around back then.
I know.
Right? So my homeboy, Pooh Ryder, rest in peace, he was in the penitentiary with Suge. Pooh, all he wanted to do was put work in, smash shit, which irritated the hell out of me because Suge had a name for them type of people. He called them crash dummies. And it irritated the hell out of me that my road dog was that. He
was considered a crash
dummy. He went and put the big death row thing on his back. He did all this shit. So one day he said, Wack, could you take me up to death row to get my check? So I drove him up there to get his check. Reggie was there, right? Reggie then told him when he met Wack, Wack pulled up in the Benz. I had the trucking industry, real estate industry. I was already doing what I was doing, right? I wasn't doing nothing in music. So Reg invited me to the Soul Train Awards, right? And this is when we had the Rumble with Nate Dogg and them. Keita Rock from 6-0 was still with us back then. And some shit kicked off. And, you know, you got homies and then you got warriors. And as things was going on, Reg and Keita Rock seen how it was moving, even taking control of the car. I wasn't finna, then after this shit went on, all these used to be signed to death row. Ain't no way I'm finna let a chauffeur drive me back to this motherfucking location that these didn't worked out of the last decade or so, right? So I took control of the limo, parked up the street, make sure we walked down the street to make sure we wasn't waiting in ambushes. At that point in time, Keita Rock told Reggie, we need him around. I said, Reg, I want to discuss the business. Because I wrote a book in prison called Infiltration. And my idea was, it was 12 chapters. I wanted to put a song with each one of the chapters, put the CD on front of the book, came by one without buying another. At the time, it was rumored they was gonna do Death Row Films. Suge is in the pen, so when Reggie talking to Suge, he like, yeah, man, Pooh Ryder homeboy come around. Suge knew my name from the joint. We just never did no time together, right? So every time I'm coming up there, it's business. When Suge came home, I said with Suge on business, I refused a Death Row chain. You hear when they called him Simon? You know what that is? Hey man, go to the store, do that. Why I gotta do it? Because Simon said do it. And I wasn't going for none of that. I already had a crib, had a couple cars, had 3 streams of revenue. And got paid less than minimum wage. He gave us a condo to stay in, 3 at a time, a car to drive under the company name, and $2,500 a month. Working 18 hours a day, 6 days a week. If you add that shit up, that's close to $3 an hour.
Yeah, sure, wrong hit the motherfucker. But they going for it.
No, they went for it.
They going for it.
You got to remember when people say that, I don't even know where that come from. I believe SKG may have started that shit, and SKG wasn't
well,
there.
you know that's the storyline into the trucking industry. You went from chauffeur.
No. I was already in the trucking industry.
Okay, well,
Suge didn't come home till 02.
Yeah,
my trucking game started in '99. By the time Suge came home, I had a fleet. I had BMW, Porsche, Audi, Volkswagen, and Range Rover contracts through Wagon and Truckers. I was already doing. Suge could tell you. He asked me one day, man, park that truck. I need you around. I said, I tell you what, you give me $500,000 up front, because I was doing like $250,000 a truck back then. I give you 12 hard months. If don't nothing come with it, I go back to what I'm doing. But I'm thinking $500,000, that's 2 years of work up front. I get 12 months for a 2-year hit. This is when I realized Suge was going broke. This when I seen it, right? And then when I really see it is when he started asking me for money and for, you know what I'm saying? Then Death Row shit, Reggie left. That's when I realized the buildings was in Reggie's name. If Reggie wouldn't have been a part of that, that shit would have shut down while he was in there. And then Lydia, I believe, won in my 03, 04. They took the name. That's when it became The Row. By the Big U never saw Death Row as it was. So when he talking about he saw Suge with all his money, that's cap. Suge was already bankrupt, on his way. The bill hadn't been paid for in 6-7 months. He was squatting. By 2007, Suge was flat broke. He was sleeping on the couch in the Devil Lanes, the homie G Down and Mondoose, sleeping on their couch in the gutter. It's a fact.
Yeah, wow. Shout out to them. I used to see them give away Christmas trees and shit.
Y'all don't remember, bro. Think about it. See, if y'all really think about it, y'all be caught up in naming what he did prior to. Think about it. What type of music mogul is catching a case for beating a prostitute on the Las Vegas Strip? If y'all think about it, that ain't no who up.
Right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Bro, when Suge went to jail, what kind of car he was driving? A pickup truck. Is so caught up in what it used to be, they blinded what's right in front of them. I'm gonna ask you a question that you should have been trolling, but you never thought about. Why is Suge really in the penitentiary right now?
For killing what's up, Bobby Louis brother, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Bobby Louis' brother. He ran over.
He ran over.
But this real reason was he was scared to fight Bone. Bone wanted to fade. He fired on him through the window. Bam, bam, get out, get out. Instead of Suge, what'd he do? Threw the truck in reverse, threw it in drive, threw Bone off, bagged over him, ran over his leg, and then tried to make a run for it. See, this is the world don't want to see it for what it. Suge Knight got 28 years and killed his homie because he was scared to squabble Bone. Whoa. Think about what I'm telling you. All Bone wanted was a squabble. Wasn't no gun there. Bone had a walkie-talkie. All he wanted was a squabble. Why? Because you just went to Bone's place of business when they was filming Straight Outta Compton and called him a bitch in a hole and told him he was only acting this way because the police was there. So Bone left the east side, went to the west side, called him, and took off on him through the window and said, get out, let's get out. So if Suge would have put it in park, opened the door and squabbled, Terry Carter still be alive? He would have never caught the murder in the pickup truck.
Now, we seen towards the end of Suge's career, right, there was some moments that he had where he ended up getting into a lot of situations, a lot of fights.
Bagged up from me.
Yeah.
The homies got away from me. I told him straight up, I said, look, because this is what he'll do. You are calling me like, y'all need to get that meeting with that dude, right? And what he'll do, he'll be like, yeah, y'all, we're going to meet him tomorrow. Meet me in Hollywood, 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock. You meet him over there at 7 o'clock, he go to driving around next year 9, 10 o'clock. Oh, we gonna meet him over here. So he telling everybody he gonna do these meetings just to get a crowd with him, and we figured it out. So I said, ain't no more evening night meetings. Nigga gotta be between 12 and 5. We look up, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, we at a club, and went through the back door, he gone. So once we figured it out, everybody bagged up from him. And everybody bagged up from him, wasn't nobody no longer around him. That's when you saw the barber knock him out.